Hello ladies and gentlemen. I haven't made a video in like 3 weeks, so let's get straight to it. Okay, I said that I had that hen last time. Guess what? I won in Worlds, and I won Best in Show for the Dan Fraser Youth Competition. The highest honor that a youth can get, which I'm very proud of. And I was able to bring that title back home here in Louisiana, which was really an honor. And had just a great time. Met tons of carvers. Just had a blast. Um, I was even offered some money for my hen, but just like her too much that it would be pretty hard for me to let her go. So let's get into what we got right here, though. Right here. Let's just go to decoys first. This is literally a decoy. This is not any decorative fancy smancy stuff that I've normally shown. This is just literally a gunning decoy. I mean, made to use and abuse. No detail really, but it's depicting a dabbling, sifter duck right here, which was what I was envisioning, which I think I basically created. That's that right there. This is going to be decorative, though. This is a ruddy duck, male, in a more or less relaxed position. That's coming along nicely. I'm gonna probably compete this because I'm planning on going to Worlds next year, and so I'll probably compete it next year. And that's that. And I've been doing that for a while. I think I've showed both of those already. This is the new stuff. Definitely could not have seen it. This is my very first box. I like that. And it is shallow, very shallow. I made it with the intent of rings, to put rings in. Just a little purple heart box. Very, very simple. Here, I'll put the camera down so I can get a detailed view of it. Very, very simple. Just a tiny bit of detail, I mean. I want to add a little. The only problem with this detail, which I think is kind of comical, is it looks kind of like a checker. But that was an accident. I didn't try to make it look like a checker. But it looks more or less nice. It doesn't really fit on very tight, but it's very pleasant sounding. Okay. My next thing is, looky here. It's a scooper. I made myself a scooper. But I did not use a bandsaw to make this shape. I don't have a bandsaw, believe it or not. I used a belt sander, and 80 grit belt sander. Just got it, brand new. And I just used that curve on the end of the belt sander to get this curve, basically. I think it replicates that pretty nicely. So I made that. And then this right here is my very first bowl. Very first bowl. Something like, I think it's 4.5 inches deep or something like that. So that was my first one. Very thick, made out of butternut. This wood, no idea. Now this is my second bowl. This I made for my mom for Mother's Day. A little more stylized, a little less practical maybe, but still practical. Very thin. Actually, I was extremely happy with how thin I was able to get it, if you can see that. And then I burnt this edge, and I really find that really makes it pop. And when I thought of that idea, I was like, I'm gonna burn this edge with paper, is how I burnt it actually, and it really pops. I tried to get in there real well. I just got all those new tools, so that worked out nicely. Now this right here is a lace wood crow call. I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make a call, I do not suggest lace wood as your first wood of choice. Very, very difficult. It's really, really hard. It splits. It chips. It's so fuzzy, it's ridiculous. But if you can, if you can get good at it, pretty astounding results, really. I mean, you gotta be able, this camera focused to really appreciate how this thing, it's pretty soft wood. And look at this. I also, this is my first call, I put pins in the brass band. I put 3 pins for added strength and security. So this is going to be a crow call, basically. My configuration. It was a lot of work. Really, pretty grueling. It was mostly because the wood was so hard to work with. Don't want to go start a ramble. This is my next thing. This is my next and last thing. My blue and teal shading, if you remember this, I made a video on this. I'm going to make a progression video of this. And I might even put detailed pictures in here if I feel necessary. Okay, I'd like to explain a couple little details in here that I added. Okay, the first of which being, let me lower this and bring it in. A floating feather. How do you like that? I came up with that myself. That was not in the picture. The next thing I added was a reflection. And I'll tell you one thing, water scares me, and it was hard to build up the courage to decide to finally do it, because I said, well, I don't want to mess this thing up. I put months of work into it, which I don't know, not on and off, of course, but months of work, and I just don't want to ruin it for just the profile of a duck. I thought it wouldn't be necessary, but it really and truly was, and I really think it pops pretty well. Next little detail I added was I really worked on those. Gosh, if I can stop shaking my hand. I really worked on these feathers right here. Try to get them to look rolly and very three-dimensional. I put some fluff on them. I don't know, I just really tried on this thing. Tried to do the best I could. And that is my video. This video is so long, and I'm so sorry. If you didn't watch the whole thing, then oh well. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like, but most of all, please comment. Really love to see the comments. And I have never skipped thanking for one comment or commenting on a comment, if that makes sense. So thank you so much, and have a great day, and thanks for watching.